Hello everybody, I'm Mark Hoover and NCM Sports Talk is back for yet another episode, bringing you the highlights and stories of all things Norwood sports. On this episode, you'll meet John Lochhead from the boys soccer coaching staff, Norwood's Erin Sullivan, who is playing Division I golf at the University of West Georgia, and a few seniors from a few fall sports. But first, we're going to start with a fun mic'd up segment featuring the head coach of the Unified Basketball Squad, Kristen McDonnell.
All right, ready? All right. Ready? Be good to each other. No injuries tonight. No injuries. Okay. Good ball movement early. Right? Oh, let's see it. Oh! Yup. That is off. Oh. Is it still 0-0? Just checking. It's still 0-0? Yes. Stays with the hustle play. Let's go. Got you. How you doing? All right? Good. Here we go. Ball's in. Ball's in. Okay. Yep. Oh, hey! Okay. Seal broken. Let's go. Stays. I know. I didn't have the angle, nor do I care that I didn't have the angle. Ready? Which? Here you go. Oh. Oh! Let's go. All set. Ball's in, ball's in. Shot. 3? I think that was 3. We'll give him 3. We need whatever we can get at this point. Here we go. Doing a little overload action right now. Try to build a triangle.
Come on, fire!
Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Oh. Ah. Let's go. Oh, let's see it. Never met a shot he didn't want. Yes. Okay. Oh, good job. David. Chris or Connor? Hey! Woo! Let's go. Hey! Good job. Yeah, Chris. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh, 1. Good job, you guys. Good job. Good job, you guys. Good job. Let's go. Good job, Chris. Good job. Oh! Oh! Shoot. I got ball. I don't know if that's fair. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, it looks so good. It's just so loud and ugly. But that's okay. Get it back, Chiz. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, kids are reading the analytics. Yep. Oh, you got it. Nice rebound. You got it. Oh, no. Quasi walk, but we didn't see it. I think they need an extra step anyway out there, so we'll give it. Uh-oh. Oh. Connor takes out a child. Yelling at the refs. Again. Uh-oh. Hey! on a little travel. We're gonna let that one go. Okay, should have given it back. Oh. Oh. Sub. Oh, now we're bullying. Now we're bullying children. All right. I got you. No, get up. I got you. He's a bully. Don't let him take it. Yes, Chiz. Okay, let's see it. 4, 3. Oh! Dagger. Oh! Good job, you guys. Tonight, the Hustle Award goes to Officer Jamie Mazzola. And the co-MVPs never happened before. They're a little younger than what we used to. Mace, Baguma, and Connor. Studs. Good job. You get to take candy from the thing. Thank you guys so much for coming. Appreciate all you do. You guys are the best. Thank you all for coming as well.
From the Norwood High School class of 2022, Erin Sullivan recently transferred from Bryant University to the University of West Georgia. Before she headed south, however, she stopped by the studio for an interview with Jack Tolman.
Hi, this is Jack Tolman, and I'm pleased to be here with Erin Sullivan from the class of 2022. Erin was captain and MVP of the boys golf team. That's right, boys golf team, Erin. And can you just tell me about how is it like being, a member of the boys golf team?
Okay, it was a blast. I had so much fun. Everybody was so welcoming, and it was really fun to compete with a bunch of guys who wanted to be competitive with you, wanted to beat you, and wanted to be your friend at the same time. So I had a really good time.
And before high school golf, why don't you just kind of quickly, how did you pick up the game?
Pretty much, I started hitting into my grandparents' or soccer field behind their house. And then my mom signed us up for Saturday clinics at Norwood Country Club. And then I quickly fell in love with it, and then I started doing tournaments.
And one of the things I always like to ask is, when you became a member of the high school varsity team, what was that like to make the varsity?
It was so exciting. Everybody was like, oh, there's a chance, like things happen, like you could make the practice squad and stuff like that. And then I knew in my heart, I was like, I want to do it. I want to start, I want to play, and I want to beat the boys pretty much. And so I went out there, I had a good tryout, and I made the team. And then I got the starting bag, and I was in the lineup.
It's really neat to have, success in high school sports, but to be captain and MVP, and also I know global, scholastic, and golf, but playing on the boys golf team, I think that is something that is very unique. Do you think that there's other, maybe some players, did you play against any other girls?
Yeah, definitely. For instance, like Sadie Cummings was a very good player. She's younger. Lillian Golgarian. There was another girl from Hopkinton. I don't totally remember her name, but all girls that are going to play college golf next year, and they're very good players.
So segueing after graduation and being global scholastic and playing, I know you were a student here in the TV program, so I got to know you a little bit, and I knew you wanted to play golf. So tell us how you got into Bryant, and I know Bryant, you just started the program.
Yeah, program was brand new. Pretty much I reached out to the coach, and I reached out to a bunch of schools. I had like 3 in mind, and I found myself liking a lot more Bryant than I did of the other parts of school, and it was close to home, so I definitely liked that too. And it was a brand new program, so I was like, oh, let's make it, you know what I mean? And I picked Bryant, and I really liked my past 2 years.
So let's recap the last 2 years. I know you've had some success and have been really responsible for the first 2 years of the school program. So give us a recap of some of your tournaments and some of your performances.
So last year we won our first tournament down in Connecticut. I'm trying to think. I finished top 5 in a tournament this fall, Halloween, and then that was down in Long Island. I finished top 20 in I think about 2 tournaments this year. I had a couple of top 20s my freshman year as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We've just been going out, we've been having fun, and trying to play some good golf.
I know, and I know you're being humble because I did a little research, and I know you're in a tournament with 15 teams, and out of the 15 teams, Brian came in 7th, and you finished in the top 20, and that's a great result for that many golfers. Now, full disclosure is I reached out to Erin for this interview going into her junior year, and not knowing now you have some new news to share with us.
Yes, I decided to transfer to University of West Georgia, and I'm leaving tomorrow, actually.
And can you tell me some of the reasons why you looked into transferring?
Yeah, pretty much. Bryant was a really good fit for me. I love my friends, I love the school, but I realized I wanted more in a golf program, and I wanted to go down south. That's been my goal ever since I wanted to play college golf. And a coach gave me an opportunity, and I visited the school, and I loved it, and had 3 golf courses, really good girls. The one downside was there's a chance I could not play. So I just have to go in there and work my butt off and hopefully get in that starting lineup.
So what kind of, when you say you have to work your butt off, what do you have to do? What are some of the things that you do to prepare?
So pretty much like working on short game and going to the range and playing as much rounds as possible. I didn't get to play a lot of rounds this summer. So pretty much the girls that I'm going in against have about like a 79 average, and I went in with an 81 average. So pretty much I just have to get to that point where I'm consistently competing with them the whole time.
And when you play down south, I'm assuming the season is longer?
Yeah.
And can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, pretty much it didn't hit me until now that like we play until I think it's end of October or beginning of November, and then you just have practice every single day. They said it gets to like 40 degrees, but they're like you can still go outside and go play, but pretty much the season never ends, which sounds like a dread, but I'm also really excited for because I haven't gotten to do that for the past 2 years.
And knowing that you've been around golf since you're 8 years old, can you tell me over the summers, what some of your work experience has been?
I have worked at Walpole Country Club, worked in the bag staff, caddying, working in the pro shop, and then this past summer I worked at Dedham Country and Polo, doing the same thing.
Now, to me, being kind of a hacker golfer, do you get any kind of privilege being an employee there?
Yeah. So at Dedham, I'm really fortunate. I get to practice after work. I can use the facilities, and I can go out and play a couple holes after, because we usually finish up around 7:38. So I have like an hour of daylight where I can just go kill some time and hit some balls.
That to me that's a real good perk to be able to do that. And back up, speaking of Walpole Country Club, I saw that you were part of a victory with that. There was a tournament recently.
Yeah, yep. We played in the Dolly Sullivan Mass Golf Tournament, and we won. We competed for Walpole Country Club. We were 6 under or 5 under. I know I had 6 birdies that day. 6? Yeah. Okay. That was the most I've ever had. So
to me, I don't know who rounded out your foursome.
It was Beth Wohler, Lori Giffen, and Rita Murphy. So my question is were you, to me, to have a D1 golfer join that foursome, was that a little bit of like, hey, let's get a ringer in here and we're going to do well? They did call me the ringer, so that's kind of funny. But no, we kind of just went out there to have fun. It was my first tournament of the summer, so I wasn't expecting anything big. I was like, okay, let's just go out there, have some fun. We usually play in a tournament together every summer. And then all of a sudden we come in and there's some other Walpole ladies and they're like, you guys are in the lead. And I'm like, what? Like, no way. And yeah. So the Walpole Country Club allows you to do that. How did you be able to play for them? So I didn't even know that we were like competing for Walpole Country Club. Oh, okay. It was pretty much, she was like, oh, do you want to play in this tournament? And then there was the 4 of us, and I guess the way the sign-up works is that you sign up through your club. So I didn't know that, but. Now, with the
the golf game to me being a real mental game. Can you tell me how you kind of approach some of your shots and a little bit about the psychology? I'm just real curious on, making a shot. Sometimes the first thing you got to, if it's not the shot you make that you want to make, you got to let go of that shot and move forward. So how do you handle that kind of mental part of the game?
Sometimes I don't handle it well. I'm going to be
That's
real.
normal. That's normal.
But most of the time I just have to I always say breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And I do that 3 times and I kind of just chill myself out. And sometimes I have to say oh, I don't care. It's fine. You'll get past it. But otherwise it's pretty much just kind of tricking yourself into thinking you're fine, this isn't going to ruin your round. And you can't make it bigger than it is because otherwise you're just going to ruin it for yourself.
I've always thought that it would be like a baseball pitcher when they give up a home run. You just got to let that one go if you hit one in the woods or whatever. Well, maybe you don't hit them in the woods, though.
No, I do. Well, no, because I used to pitch in softball, so I definitely had to have that quick mindset of okay, you can still pitch. At the end of the day, I have to remind myself, I can still play golf. You've done it before, and just because you do it bad one time doesn't mean that's what you are for the rest of your life. So that's kind of how I think of it.
Do you do anything off the course to train or to get ready or any kind of drills?
Mental prep?
Yeah. Do you visualize or anything?
Yeah, I visualize where I want to hit the ball. I mean, I create targets for myself and kind of just practice that, but pretty much just having a relaxed mindset the whole time and going out and playing with friends but keeping it competitive. Definitely keeps you on your toes, especially playing with some of the guys at my course. I want to stay competitive with them, so I try and just relax. Staying chill is the easiest thing to do. Well, it's not, but you know what I mean.
Right. Now, switching gears a little bit, we've been talking about your golf game, but being at Bryant and now transferring, can you talk a little bit about your major and your academics and how is that juggling being a D1 athlete and also having to do your work?
Yeah, so I've definitely realized over the years it's difficult. There's not a lot of study time, and a lot of professors think that oh, I'm on the road, so I'm on my laptop, and then I have a bunch of time for homework. But it's pretty much you're waking up at 5 in the morning, eating breakfast, going to the golf course from 7 to 7. You eat dinner, take a shower, and then you want to go to bed. I'm not gonna finish a paper and stuff like that. So it's a lot of time management, and it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy for a regular college student too. It's just knowing that when you have time, you have to take it and not slack off because otherwise you're not going to get anything done.
And what major are you in, and what are you thinking? I know you're halfway through, so what are you thinking about? It's still kind of early.
No, I want to do so at West Georgia. It's called mass communication, but it's still digital communication. That's what I went into Bryant doing, and I know I still want to do that. It's definitely the one subject in school that I've always loved. So.
Well, we can always use help here. Yeah. Erin has done work for us here at Norwood Community Media, and we can always use you. We want to, when the time comes, when you're home, you pick up some shifts and have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me ask you one more question before we have a little fun. What is your goal for this coming season? You're going to a new school, starting fresh, so what are some of your goals?
Pretty much I want to play. That's my main goal. I want to improve on my scores. I want to be shooting pretty much in the 70s, at least 2 out of the 3 rounds I play. That'd be ideal. And I just want to have fun with the new team, and I want to be able to love golf. You know what I mean? Just have fun.
I think if you stay loose, Erin, you've got a great personality. I mean, just stay loose and be yourself and just enjoy it. And I think everything will just play its course. Play its course.
I like that.
So what we do now is occasionally on Sports Talk is we have a little fun. Towards the end of the interview, and we're going to have some rapid fire questions so we get to learn a little bit more about what maybe makes Erin tick. Okay? So, and some of these are real easy. You ready?
Okay.
So, what is your favorite ice cream?
Oh, cookie dough.
Okay, good choice. What about your favorite movie?
Oh, I really like let's go with the new Twister movie. I really like that just came out.
Okay. Favorite candy?
Twizzlers.
Twizzlers,
yeah.
Okay. Favorite place to eat in Norwood?
Oh, Express Pizza.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Pizza's good.
Yeah, I love
All right.
pizza.
Who's your favorite golfer?
Jordan Spieth or Ludwig. What's his name? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, he had some success this season.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And this may be too vague, but can you name, I was going to say your favorite golf course, but can you name some of the golf courses that you've played at that you really enjoy?
I really enjoyed Baltimore Country Club, Brayburn. I really do enjoy Dedham and Walpole, and the Ridge Club. And I got to play Kittansett the other day down in Marion, Mass, and I loved that golf course.
I don't have this on my list, but do you have is there one of your clubs that you just know, okay, this is my club?
Sometimes, honestly, like my 4-iron. Like usually when I hit that, or my 5-iron, like I know when I'm pulling out of my bag, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a good shot. Like I know exactly what I need to do.
That's great. So I want to thank Erin for taking the time to come here. I know that all of us at Norwood Community Media and all us golf fans will be following your career. I know I kept a look at some of the results, and it's kind of neat to say, I know that person, they're doing well, and whatever sport it is, we here at Norwood Community Media try to keep track of the athletes as they head off to school, and we want to continue to update the town how their progress is. And your class, the class of 2022, had tremendous athletes in it. One final off-the-cuff question.
Yeah.
Thinking back to your senior year, okay, is there one or two events that you remember that stick out to you as a fan? So
Ooh, as a fan.
You're thinking back of your senior year.
I want to say the Hawaiian basketball game for the boys. I think they faced Quincy North or something like that. And then definitely one of the hockey games. Didn't someone get an overtime goal? Was it Diddy or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that game. We covered that game.
Yeah.
And the place went crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably that one.
Good. All right. Well, thank you for coming. We're going to be looking for Erin at the University of West Georgia, their first year moving up to D1. So again, thank you. And for Sports Talk, I'm Jack Tolman.
Here's an update on Erin. She's competing in the fall tournaments with the UWG Wolves and currently holds an impressive average score of 79.6. In the Lady Red Wolves Classic in Arkansas, Erin shot a 77, 76, and 76 for a combined score of 229, which was the lowest score for her team, and she finished 45th overall out of 96. Her season resumes in February, and I have to say, I wouldn't mind playing a round of golf in February myself. Now, on the topic of golf, let's check out this year's Mustang golf team and some highlights from one of their matches.
The best sport of all time is golf. The best hype song is Champions, and the best place to get food in Norwood is Pizza Palace.
The best sport of all time is hockey. The best hype song is, I don't know, Eye of the Thunder or something like that. And the best place to get food in Norwood is Lewis's.
The best sport of all time is hockey. The best hype song of all time is Lose Yourself by Eminem. And the best place to get food in Norwood is Pizza Palace.
Best sport of all time is golf. The best hype song is Superstar. And the best place to get food in Norwood is Pizza Palace.
The best sport of all time is pickleball. The best hype song is the Boom Song. And the best place to get food in Norwood is Express Pizza.
The best sport of all time is lacrosse. The best hype song of all time is Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. And the best place to get food in Norwood is Pizza Palace.
The best sport of all time is baseball. The best hype song is Can't Hold Us by Macklemore. And the best place to get food in Norwood is Feisty Greek.
We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we're going to eavesdrop on a recent pregame speech by the head coach of the TVL champion field hockey team, Allison Dolliner.
My favorite sport of all time is track. My favorite hype song is All of the Lights. And my favorite place to get food in Norwood is Feisty Greek.
My favorite sport of all time is soccer. My favorite place to get food in Norwood is Express Pizza.
My favorite sport of all time is dance. My favorite hype song is Over by Drake. And my favorite place to get food in Norwood is Chipotle.
My favorite sport of all time, I guess, is track with the 100. My favorite place to get food in Norwood would be maybe either Pizza Palace or even Conrad's or even Lewis's.
My favorite sport of all time is hockey. I just like watching it. I think it's a lot of fun. My favorite hype song is Non-Stop by Drake. My favorite place to get food in Norwood is the Juice Bar.
My favorite sport of all time is gymnastics. My favorite hype song, I don't have one. Favorite place to get food in Norwood, any place that is giving away free food.
Welcome back to NCM Sports Talk. I'm your host, Mark Hoover. Before the traditional field hockey pinkout game, head coach Allison Dolliner got her team ready to play, and NCM was right in the middle.
5 minutes good at half?
Yeah, perfect.
All right,
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Here we go!
Just a couple things real quick. Their goalie is good. She will stop a direct shot. Okay, so you have to make her move and you have to go for the corners. They do a good job stopping the ball. They talk about that on their stick if it's hit right to them, but they plant. They get really low and plant to keep that ball on their stick. So make a move around them or really utilize the flat and grooves. Their center back is good, but she's kind of the anchor of the defense. A lot of big balls too, so be ready for that. They look to big ball up their center forward, kind of hangs a little high. I think she's number 8. She doesn't come all the way back. She's pretty high in there. We're going to big ball it up to her for the breakaway. Okay, let's play our game. This is always a fun day. The youth are all here to see you guys. Let's have some fun today. Okay?
Yeah!
Allie left wing. I'm in the middle. Morgan right wing. Shay high. Bridget Conley left mid. Ava Henslow mid. Allie right mid. Evan O'Neill back. Bridget Topol center back. Emma Enzo right back. Ava in goal. All right. Let's set the pace of the game before the third quarter. Okay, let's come out big in this first quarter. All right, put it away early. Here we go. High score win together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
High score win together.
Hearing what coaches say to their teams before a game is always great, but it's just as exciting to catch the players' reactions after a big win. Let's dive into some of these NCM exclusive post-game interviews.
Big win tonight?
Yes, sir.
How big was the win after the last couple weeks?
It was huge. You know, we needed one after dropping the last 3, but we bounced back, delivered on the scoreboard, run the rock well, passed it well. Caden had a great game back there, and the O-line did great. So, yeah, we needed this one.
Team's now 2-3, heading into Westwood next week. Is there anything you think the team needs to bring from this game to the next one?
The intensity we came out in the second half, we really fired on all cylinders coming out of the half and really set the tone. We just got to continue doing that the rest of the season.
And talk to me about those big runs.
What'd
you see?
I just saw green. The line separated for me, and I just got right through, and it's all them.
Is there anything else you want to
add? Shout out Danny Russo. You're a dog.
You are rewarded with Norwood's outstanding goalkeeper today. Ava, can you hear us up here?
Yeah, I can hear you kind of.
Are you okay after jogging or sprinting all the way over with all the gear on?
That might have been the most running I've done all season.
Okay, there we go.
Tell you, we just need you in goal, and you did a great job today. Medway really came out flying, but you hung tough in there. How does it feel to get a win here on Pink Night?
I'm really glad that everyone came out, showed up, and played, because tonight was a little bit more about our own personal record and our personal motive. It was just a good way to get the community together, and we were playing for something bigger than field hockey, and it felt good to get a win on our home turf, especially during youth night too, and Pink Night just was I think we're all really grateful that everyone came out and supported us as well.
Great answer. Good job, Ava. And speaking of which, today you guys finished 3-0. You couldn't hear it earlier, but Joe Panola mentioned that this was actually the first time Medway has not scored a goal this season. So what did you see from your back line, your defense, and what did you see from yourself in net? How did you guys make that happen?
Honestly, I think today was a phenomenal game just for everyone. The offense really came out strong, and they kind of controlled the game in the first half. I think they really were just played smart, and then especially our defense, I can't say enough about them. Emily, Bridget, and Emma, they are the reason that I get shutouts. They are a great line of defense, and I think that they're there to pick up the little mistakes, and they always do. And today it was a really good combination of offensively just pushing the ball, and then our defense just being able to pick up those little mistakes and then kind of set up the offense so that we could get those goals.
That's a great way you put it, letting that defense set the offense up. So the team is now 10-1, double-digit wins already this year, as we're only in the beginning of October, which is incredible. Heading into Wachusett on Sunday, is there anything specific you think the team needs to bring into that game from this one?
I think that what we've kind of struggled with this year is just our first quarter. We all kind of start off maybe a little flat. We're all kind of maybe not really focused in, and then I think going all the way out to Wachusett, just that hour-and-a-half drive, that long drive, I am a little worried about, because I think that since we already struggle kind of with that first quarter and then already coming out slow, but I think that's just going to be being aware of it and being intentional about how we go out on the field and how we play that day. I mean, honestly, we've kind of cracked down on everything that we kind of had flaws with during the season, and now you can kind of really see it all coming together and how we're flowing on the field. So I think it's just, at this point in the season, it's a matter of, are we bringing that energy? Do we want to win? And what's our motivation?
Awesome. Another great answer from Ava. And lastly, just anything else you want to add? You want to give a shout out to however you got your kind of custom tie-dye pink goalie gear, where you guys got your pink jerseys? Anything about today's charity, today's event that you would want to add?
I do not know where these jerseys came from, actually. I think they were here before I even came to the high school. But, I just want to give a shout-out to the Norwood Youth Field Hockey Program in that community, because not only are they bringing so many kids into our program, but they're bringing their families, and just the fact that they could all bring up their families to come support. We have our bake sale, too, as well. All that money is going to a good cause. So it's just a shout-out to, our community and supporting each other, because all the donations today are going to a family who has been affected by breast cancer.
Well, wonderful to hear it, and I tell you, you guys showed up really well today, putting on a great performance. And Ava backstopping the Norwood team to her fourth shutout and a Norwood 10th win. Congratulations on a great game today, Ava.
Thank you. Thank you for interviewing me.
Thanks, Ava.
Danny, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
All right. My name's Ed Hickey, and I'm joined by a Westwood guy here, Morgan Donahue, who sat in with us tonight. And an impressive win for you guys. So we'll let you talk a little bit. What do you think? What was the key to winning the game tonight for you?
firing off, playing with an attitude, and letting the best running back in the league do his thing.
Yeah.
John Dwyer.
He is good, huh?
Yes,
I think he was touting you last time when they let him talk, right?
Yes, sir.
That you're the man, he said.
He did
Number
say that.
57. He did say that, and you agree, I take it. Huh?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
No, you know, Morgan watched a lot of the Westwood team, and he was impressed. I mean, obviously we know Dwyer runs good, but he was impressed tonight by the offensive line. You guys, how well you played. I mean, he ran through some big holes, and he's tough to bring down once he gets through that, you know, the initial line, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think of Westwood? You sort of controlled the ball pretty good against them, I think, huh?
Yeah, we just grew up tougher than them. So
Yeah.
Just firing off, hitting them in the face every play.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do.
Well, you get to be 3-3. You got you got to go on the road, but two games.
We
that
love the road.
Yeah, that doesn't bother you, right? You beat Holliston and Hopkinton, and that maybe looks good for the playoffs after that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know.
So, Danny, question for you. So, you guys, very physical team, smash mouth type football, old school. Love to see it. Is that an identity that comes from head coach Manny Lopes? And how much have you guys really brought that into your game, and particularly the run game?
Heavily comes from Coach Lopes, and heavily comes from Dave Bartuca, too. He gets us fired up before every game, just letting the dogs bite.
Yeah.
Coming to this house, you get bit.
You guys did a terrific job getting to the next level, you know, really getting to the linebackers, making it really hard for them to get downhill and make plays. How much adjustments were made after that first drive that Westwood made to really make sure, you know, you guys were getting positive yardages?
Yeah, we just had to make sure we were all taking our steps.
Yeah.
Not just blocking a guy, blocking an area.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. I'll tell you. I thought the key with that both line, your line play was exceptional, and you got a lot of, you know, Caden Sheehan did a nice job. Dwyer, we know how good he is, but Lochhead did a good job of breaking tackle. I mean, so everybody played well tonight, and I assume Coach Lopes is pretty happy over there. Huh?
Coach Lopes is fired up over there.
Yeah. All right, Danny, we'll let you go.
Danny,
you probably
congrats.
want to get in the locker room too, but congratulations and good luck. All right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, Danny. Thank you.
Joining us now is Morgan Norman. She's a senior forward, and she had a hat trick today. Hey, Morgan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Are you enjoying this day?
Oh, yeah, but I'm freezing right now.
Oh, yeah.
So glad I'm dressed.
Yeah, sorry. Well, we'll be kind of quick, but so today, have you had a hat trick before?
I have. I got a hat trick against Ashland last year at home, so.
Oh, you did? It's
kind of crazy how that happens.
You like playing Ashland at home.
Oh, yeah.
It's your favorite
Always a good
team.
game.
Yeah, that's great. Your team's doing great. They're #1 in the power rankings.
I know.
And just, you know, everybody has high hopes. You just have to play hard all the time, right?
Of course, yeah.
Good. So this season, well, you know what? During the game, one thing I like to say to you is I love how you stay wide and you pass the ball so well across, but then you also manage to get yourself into position to pick up the ball on the weak side and put it in the goal.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so great job.
Thank you.
Know. This is a great team. I know you're enjoying playing with your teammates.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us anything about the chemistry on this team?
Oh, yeah. You've probably heard it before, the 8 starting seniors, like growing up together, all of us, we've always been super close. Like, a bunch of us are childhood friends, so, like, just having that chemistry at the top of the team, I think it really, like, leaks down to the rest of them, even the freshmen. Like, I think we're just, like, always, like, encouraging, like, that, like, kind of community and, like, family sense because we've had that since we were freshmen, so we just really want to encourage it across all the levels.
I love that. You know, and I did hear from last year, the grandmother of a couple of the freshman players told me how welcoming the upperclassmen were with this team. That matters a lot. That matters a lot, that you guys all get along. You're unselfish. You pass the ball all the time.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, and you've known each other for so long. So that is a key to your success as well as
definitely.
your hard work out there and all the things you do, I know, all year long, getting to be better.
So I have a question, Morgan. How's it playing for Coach Dolina?
Oh, my gosh, she's the best. You know, like, she's really all, like, all of us have ever known. I've known her especially a while since my sister My sister played when she graduated in 2019, so my family's known Al for a really long time, so she's always been around. She's always been there for me, her knowledge of the game, you can tell, like, how much she knows, and she really pushes us, like, even when we think we can't. I mean, I guess it definitely showed last year, like the state championship.
Right. And when you guys are coming right back again, it looks like.
I know.
So you're on that path. So.
I know, we're on a roll.
Again, one game at a time, right?
Oh, yeah,
always
definitely.
one game at a time. But I love hearing that, too, because I know Coach Donna has high expectations. She doesn't, just let you
definitely
lounge around at practice, right? She makes you work.
And she lets us know, like, we're not the same team as we were last year. We lost some irreplaceable seniors. So she let us know at the beginning of the season, like, we're just going to have to work that much harder. And I think that it's clearly paying off, seeing our record so far.
Yeah, well, that was good advice because it shows. That
Definitely,
really shows, yeah. So it's just a super game today. And it was just fun. Your team is just so much fun to watch. I'm so proud. I taught at Norwood High for 41 years. And to see this team play at this level just makes me so happy.
And she coached also, so she coached field hockey. So she kind of was the beginning, started the beginning program. So she loves to see
this.
It's
a thrill.
I know. We do have fun. It makes me happy that you can tell because we do.
Yeah, and I love it that you're having fun too and playing and enjoying yourself because that's what high school sports is supposed to be about.
Definitely. That was the point before the game today. Like during warm-ups, we were like all kind of down, and Al, like one of the last things she said before we went on the field was just like, remember to have fun. Like that's why we're here.
I love that.
We all love the sport.
I love it. Love it. Okay, well, Morgan, congratulations on your hat trick.
Oh, thank you guys.
And best of luck as the season goes on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Good luck. We'll be watching you.
So having played Canton just a couple weeks ago, we knew going into yesterday that it was going to be a tough game and that we were really going to have to lay it all out there if we wanted to come out with the win. Early on, things weren't going exactly the way we had planned. Going into halftime, they were up 1-0. And then, it was back and forth most of the game, but with about 8 minutes left in the third quarter, they put that second goal in, and we knew we needed to call a timeout and just kind of regroup and refocus and remind the girls that if we wanted to pull it out, we were going to have to stay composed, work together, and also stay confident, and that we couldn't lose our confidence out there, even though we were down 2-0. The girls, coming out of the timeout, we definitely saw them walk back out onto the field with a little bit more poise. And then that last kind of 2.5 minutes of the third quarter was huge. Shay kind of took control at one point, brought it down there and put the ball in for the first goal. And then we had noticed, on the couple other corners we had, their flies were getting out there really fast. So we switched it up and went to Ava Hines for the second corner. And Shay did a beautiful job getting her stick on that. Ava gave the perfect ball into the circle, and Shay was able to redirect it in there. So that was as time expired. So our kind of whole motto all season has been take it 15 minutes at a time, and it came down to that last 15 minutes, and the girls, played so hard. They fought, they got the ball back down there, they got one in, and then that was called back. They said it never hit an offensive stick in the circle, and to be able to fight all the way down to that last buzzer and put the ball in with 8 seconds. Bridget Conley is, awesome. She's been the inserter for us for years now, and she had that post covered, and there was no way the ball was going anywhere but in the net. So it was a total team effort, and kind of a great game going into the state championship. Now we had to mentally work through it and fight back from a 2-0 loss, and we didn't score first, we didn't even score second, and it was definitely a good game for the girls to have to kind of remind them about what it's going to take in order to bring home a state championship.
This year, the boys' soccer team got stronger as the season progressed, and a big part of that was head coach John Lochhead. NCM announcer Joe Pinola learned from Lochhead how the boys stepped up this season and how they can't wait for next fall.
Thanks, Mark. I'm Joe Pinola here with head coach of boys soccer, John Lochhead. John, I know this season obviously had some of its ups and downs, but before we get into that, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to Norwood?
So I grew up in Walpole, actually, rival town right next door. Went to Walpole High for 4 years, and then after that I graduated, went to Franklin Pierce for college. Once I was done with that, I came back to Walpole, lived at home for a few years, ended up getting a job at Newton South High School as a paraprofessional, so did that for a few years. And then one of my good friends, Norwood legend Tyler Gonsalves, texted me a few years ago in August and said that Norwood was looking for special ed teachers, which is what I was planning to do. Was still in school, but I passed my MTEL, so I was still certified and applied and ended up getting it. And now this is my third year here.
All right. Well, we're happy to have you.
Yep.
How was that transition coming from Walpole, rival school, old Bay State Conference? Do you remember playing Norwood?
Yeah. No, and we actually I played against Tyler too, all 4 years throughout. It was always a big game. I do have to say we beat them every time. But no, I mean they always got up for it, even though they were kind of struggling during the season. It was always a tough game. So yeah, it's kind of weird being on the other side of it now, but yeah, it's been fun coaching the team, so like it.
Well, we're happy you switched your colors to Norwood ones. Anyway, so this season, the boys soccer team had maybe their highlight of the year. Big 2-0 win against Bellingham. It was the first win that they've had in a couple of years. So how did it feel to get such an important win? And going back and thinking about it, what do you remember from that day?
Yeah, that was absolutely massive. Obviously, it was a huge goal for us this year after the last few years not being able to get one. So yeah, I mean the boys worked extremely hard. Not only in the game itself, but every day sort of leading up to that game. We knew Bellingham had sort of been struggling this year. We tied them the first game against them, so we knew it was a really good opportunity to finally get the win. And it was definitely our best game of the season. From the very start, the boys came out, wanting to win it, played very hard every second they were out there. It was 0-0 at halftime, so things were kind of tense because it was still needed to get that breakthrough goal. But we finally got it from John Lynch, who's been a stud all year for us. So not surprised he was the one to get it. So yeah, went up 1-0, and we still 20 minutes left in the game, so we still had to battle, finish it out, and luckily we got another one from Thiago Silva, a freshman who's been very, very good for us. He was a great surprise this year coming up from 8th grade. So yeah, the boys went out there, finally got it done, and it was actually an away game, which I think we enjoyed it more because then we went crazy on the bus ride home. And yeah, they were super excited, very, very proud of them, very happy for them for finally getting to experience that. So it's a great day.
That can be a long ride home from Bellingham if
Yeah.
it doesn't go your way.
Yes.
So I'm glad
Yeah.
you guys got to experience a good one
Yeah.
there. So obviously that was a big highlight. When you first took over the program, the team hadn't had any wins the year before. But obviously since you've been here, there's been a number of improvements. What would you say some of those big improvements have been since you've taken over as head coach?
I would say there's definitely been a big, sort of culture shift in mindset too with the players. Especially just starting with practice. When I first started, we had guys showing up late for practice, not showing up at all, and then practices just weren't intense at all. So me and the other coaches, a couple coaches, had to really push the guys to work harder, because you really do practice like you play. You hear it all the time, but it is very, very relevant. So, if you're not practicing intense, you're not going to get better. So, we really pushed the guys in practice, and that helped a lot, obviously, on game day. When you have a great week of practice, then you're obviously going to play better in the games, and just also the mindset piece, like you're never going to win a game if you don't think you can win a game. So just trying to make them more confident, have them start the game like they can actually, have the mindset that they can actually go out there and get a result. So yeah, that was hard to change because they had been, so used to getting poor results for so long. There was a lot of giving up after the first goal and things like that. So we definitely changed that a lot this year. We came back and in a bunch of games we went down in, and we're unfortunate not to be on the better side of some of the games this year, but they have been getting very, very a lot better. So yeah.
Yeah, no, we called a game here at NCM when you played Dedham, Dedham's
yeah.
a strong team, and you guys fought them kind of tooth and nail through that game. So even though you didn't come out on top, I know they played super hard.
Yeah, no, it's a great example.
So how do you keep the motivation high? Let's say you play a team like Dedham. Obviously, the final score didn't go your way, but the team was playing hard for you the whole time, and you can tell from watching. So what's the key to getting that motivation going?
Like I said, just trying to make them confident, and just, obviously you don't want mistakes to happen, but just letting them, know it's okay to make mistakes, and when they do good things, make sure you give them that positive reinforcement and, sort of build them up a bit. And then, they can just feel themselves that they're more, in the game, they're competing more. It's not just like, we're down 3 goals in the first 10 minutes and the game's over and that's it. So I think that helps a lot, just, them realizing that we are getting better. Despite, the tough results, we've been fighting, we've been in the game. So, that's huge for their confidence, and knows that, okay, didn't happen this game, but we were close, and, we just got to give it our best shot next game. So hopefully that can work out for us.
I imagine some of that stems from your leadership, your seniors, your captains. Can you tell us a bit about the seniors this year, maybe specifically the captains and what they've meant to the program?
Yeah. So we've had Mateo Diaz and Pedro Santos, 2 of our senior captains, and they have been, outstanding with really setting the standard and helping, the underclassmen realize that, you're not just going to show up and go through the motions, that you need to show up and play intense and give 100%. And, anything less than that is unacceptable, and you just don't get better that way. And they have done a good job holding guys accountable and just leading by example as well. You're never going to get less than 100% out of those 2. And, the younger guys, coaches, we can say whatever we want, but they really, they're really influenced by the older guys on the team. They're going to do what they're doing. So if they see that they're giving 100%, if they're taking it seriously, then they're going to do it as well. So, they've been awesome this year. They're a huge reason why we've been improving all season.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And obviously there's been a lot of players that have stepped up. Anyone else that you were noting? Tiago scored that big goal, the insurance goal, I know, against Bellingham. John was getting you on the board. I know Evans has been scoring with regularity, it seems like.
Yeah.
Who else has really kind of stepped up in a key way that almost has ignited the team this year?
So our center mids have been huge. We always say in soccer the game is won and lost in the midfield. So, junior Yash Shah, he actually started at right back, and we ended up changing him into center mid because he's very good technically, he's a good passer, and he's also very aggressive, which is what you need in the midfield. So having him in the middle has been a huge boost for our team. And then also Evan Martin, who actually was on JV last year, he made a lot of improvements over the offseason. And he, was another surprise that we weren't expecting him to make that jump, but he came into preseason and was definitely a player that we could start right away. So he's been a big boost as well. And then, back line, we had a transfer come in, Langston Coyle. He's been, you need 2 solid center backs or, you're going to be struggling. So he's stepped up huge as well. He was hurt for a bit, and we actually had sophomore Sam Lochhead step in for him, and he's been doing, a phenomenal job as well. So, and then we've had James Galvin. He stepped in for Yash's spot when he moved up to the midfield, and he's been doing a phenomenal job too. Lucian Gale, he's another kid who's sort of in and out of the lineup last year, and then he made dramatic improvements in the offseason and really locked down his spot at left back as well. So, yeah, we've had a bunch of guys step up this year, and even we've had injuries, and guys off the bench were ready to go, and there wasn't really a drop off, which is huge, because sometimes if you have that injury, you could be really struggling, but we were able to fill it, and yeah, I think the guys are just really wanting to try to turn this program around, which is awesome.
Sounds kind of like next man up, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
kind of rising to the challenge. A lot of the names you mentioned are kids that I've had the pleasure of having in class too. So student athletes, not only just doing it on the field.
Yeah. No, all good kids.
Now I know from talking with you and the staff, even before the games that we've covered, you've got a great coaching staff as well, and sometimes that can get overlooked. Do you want to talk a little bit about your assistants and the staff?
Yeah, yep. So my buddy Brian Gillis, who I played with at Walpole, he's my assistant, and he's more of a defensive guy. I'm more offense, so it's great having him because he can, always keep an eye on the defense. Sometimes we split up, and he takes the defense, I take the offense. And he's always talking to the back four about what they can do better and what they're doing well and things like that. So it's kind of nice that we can sort of divide and conquer that way, and give them really specific instructions for what they need to do. And then we have Matt Warren, who is also another teacher at Norwood, and he is the goalkeeper coach. Which is absolutely massive because, when Brian and I are working with the field players, we don't really have time to work with the goalie, or we'd have to take away from the field players to work at the goalie. So just having him dedicated to that position is massive because goalie is a very, very important position. They bail you out when you make mistakes on the field. So, having Matt work with the keepers and making them better every day definitely helps the team a lot. So, it's great having those two, and yeah, hoping to have them for as long as I'm coaching here as well.
All right. We hope that's for a while based on how the team's been playing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us today, John, and giving us some insight. Really great coaching staff the boys soccer team has put together. A lot of improvements, obviously, this year that John was talking about, and we look forward to seeing the team continue to play and grow.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me. It's been awesome.
All right. Well, we'll toss it back to Mark. Thanks for watching, folks. We will see you on another NCM boys soccer game next fall.
Well, that's it for this episode of NCM Sports Talk. We hope you've enjoyed the program. And remember, to stay up to date with all things Norwood sports, tune in every week for Ron Marshallsea's Sportscast on Norwood News. And if you missed any one of NCM's broadcasts, or you just want to see a certain game or program again, you can always go to the on-demand feature on the NCM website, norwoodcommunitymedia.org. For NCM Sports Talk, I'm Mark Hoover. Have a great day, everyone, and let's go Mustangs.